This book is considered one of the best books on building a business. Here are the key strategies of the Lean Startup methodology created by Eric Ries for building and growing businesses effectively.
But hold on a second. Why do so many incredibly smart, hyper-driven entrepreneurs just crash and burn? Let's be totally real here. It's almost never a lack of passion. It's a fatal flaw in execution. I'm talking about wasting massive amounts of time, money, and resources building products in a total vacuum that absolutely nobody wants or needs. They guess, and they guess completely wrong. But there is a cure to all this chaos. Think of the Lean Startup methodology not just as some interesting theory, but literally as the ultimate survival guide for the modern business landscape. It's designed specifically to help you avoid that absolute fatal trap of wasted capital. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The minimum viable product. Stop guessing, start testing.
Forget launching a polished, perfect, super expensive product on day one. A minimum viable product, or MVP, is just a basic version built really quickly. By keeping things incredibly basic, you save huge amounts of time and capital. The whole goal here? To validate your core assumptions before you commit everything.
Because at its core, the MVP is entirely about customer development. You need to be having constant customer conversations and gathering rapid feedback. You're trying to figure out what they truly want. This is exactly how you bypass that dreaded nobody wants it trap. You're building alongside your customer, making absolutely sure you build something people will actually use.
Moving into the operational core. Section 2, the engine of iteration. Build, measure, and learn. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how it works on the ground. Step 1, you build small iterations. Step 2, you measure real data from your customers interacting with it. And step 3, you learn and you adapt. Breaking development down into these continuous, small steps lets startups rapidly adapt to constantly changing market conditions. You're no longer trying to steer a massive, slow cargo ship. You're driving a nimble speedboat.
But to actually run this engine, you've got to fundamentally change your company culture. You have to embrace failure and learn from it. We really need to start framing failure simply as data. By creating this safe environment of experimentation where your team is actually encouraged to take risks, you're going to achieve far faster innovation and make much sharper decisions. Here comes the dramatic tension. Section 3. The crossroads. Pivot or persevere? Every entrepreneur faces this critical moment, the ultimate crossroads. Do you pivot or do you persevere? To pivot means making a fundamental change to your business strategy because the data is literally screaming that your current approach is failing. To persevere means staying the course because the data proves your approach is actually working. So the crucial point is that emotion and ego cannot dictate this. Pure data must. Shifting our focus to growth now. Section 4, truth versus fiction in growth. Metrics that matter. Get ready for a major aha moment here. Vanity metrics are those flashy, totally misleading numbers, like website visits or raw app downloads. They feature ego, sure, but they do absolutely nothing to help your business find a sustainable model. Actionable metrics, on the other hand, are the core data points that actually drive real strategy and directly reflect what your customers are doing. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it perfectly captures innovation accounting. Think about the comparison here between customer acquisition cost and customer lifetime value. These are specific, highly actionable metrics. By tracking exactly how much it costs to acquire a customer versus the total value they bring over time, you objectively prove whether or not you're actually moving toward your goals. And what exactly are those goals? Usually, we're talking about explosive growth. The Lean Startup outlines 3 specific engines of growth. The sticky engine, which is all about customer retention, the viral engine, fueled by word of mouth, and the paid engine, driven by paid marketing. But listen closely. Here is the secret to getting big fast. A startup absolutely must fiercely focus on just one of these engines at a time. This singular focus is what allows you to properly assess if your new features are actually accelerating your growth. Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 5, the ultimate growth mindset, building for scale. It all really comes down to the number 1, building one core product that can be easily replicated and sold to a massive number of customers without just running out of resources. A truly scalable business is built from day 1 to grow rapidly and attract serious investors. You've got to ensure your product architecture and business model can handle exponential expansion right from the jump. When you step back and look at all these puzzle pieces together, the MVP, the iterative feedback loop, those actionable metrics, you realize the lean startup methodology isn't just some simple checklist of tasks to cross off. It's an overarching growth mindset. It's a total fundamental shift in how you view product development and your overall business strategy. So I want to leave you with this provocative question as you build your future. Will you guess or will you measure? It is time to stop wasting your potential on products nobody wants. Grab a copy of Eric Ries' book, text this explainer to your co-founders right now, and completely rethink your startup strategy today. Start testing, start learning, and start building.